Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Now, 58, 58. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. Ready, one.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Switch out, switch. Hey, orbit.
Now Carr. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Carr. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Carr completes it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, Charlie. Mike 59. Mike 6'18".
Throwing on first down is Carr. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Right down. 185. Express. Express. Give me some. Give me some.
Here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Mahomes. Leaping, and he makes the grab. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Yellow, 580. There, right there, 56. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Dashing through the snow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. We play to win.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Express. Go, go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
50. Hey, 734. Express. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Pilot, 64, weak. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right? Express.
Throwing his car on 3rd down, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 48. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay. Right where it is. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Push him back. Bravo! 56.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bradley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Thompson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On third down, it's Thompson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Down. 180. Express.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, high 7. I'm coming. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Down to lose one. What's up?
To throw again. Carr. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, box truck. 59, Mike to 59. Let's go one more. Mike,
Again, it's Carr. He's got his tight end fan. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Down. 280. One, later one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 yards there on what will be the final play of this first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 31-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
What now? 180. Express.
I can't believe I let you play. I can't.
Express. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Express.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
185. Express.
58, come on. I'm coming, baby. I'm
Express.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
93. Express. 59. Hey, exit. Check, 59.
Carr now on 1st down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, Delta. Express. 58 to Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. 694. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Carter. 58, boys. 52.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Bud. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
58, boys. 58.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
What we got? Mike 50. Bravo. Mike 54.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
54. Check.
On first and 10, Carr. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
734. 58.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go, baby.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try with McKinnon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Mahomes now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, 43, 15. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On second and 15 now. Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
29. 58 to Mike.
Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We're good. 185. D637. 58. Come on,
Now a handoff working right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Back to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. Don't get nervous.
Carr going to go on 4th down. This is caught by Robinson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chiefs, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.